to GTV Africa, live from Abuja. My name is Gbemiga Olamikan. I am with some people that you love to see them. 14, 12, 14 years ago in this country, the federal government, with all the security agencies in Nigeria, had issues. The issues came up as a result of what is called militants. Some call it agitation, but some popularly refer to it as militancy. And the actions of some people affected federal government. It affected federal government income and the totality of the income of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. What led to this? Who are these people? Some people call them Niger Delta boys. Some people call them Niger Delta people. Why do they do that? A child of 12 years, 10 years, cannot understand what I'm talking about. But today, I want you to know, and let's keep the record straight, because 2, 3 days ago, I ran into some people, and it is in Abuja, in the course of celebration of Isaac Boro. Celebration of 57 years of Isaac Boro brought a lot of Niger Delta boys in quotes around. And I have with me some men. They are not boys again. Some men, because if you had 12, 13, 14 years to their age, turns them from being a boy to men. I have with me 3 men that I will introduce to you, and they're going to tell us details about the past so that we have knowledge of what is going on. Meet the people with me from Niger Delta.
Thank you very much.
Your name? From my right, from my immediate left here, your name?
Comrade Jokes, McDonald, want to F official, Hussein Abuja chapter.
And
Okay. Thank you for having me. I'm Comrade Solomon Debekeme, and I'm the chairman of the movement for the survival of his own ethnic nationality in Niger Delta, Abuja chapter. Thank you.
these are men. Your name?
My name is Timi Okere. I'm the Director of Mobilization, Mosen, Movement of the Survival of His Own Ethnic Nationality, Abuja chapter / Northern Nigeria.
That's a big one. Well, listening to the introduction, you will be wondering whether I'm referring to the people that said I ran into that knew or know much about Niger Delta and militancy that was done in certain years, about 14, 15 years ago. Mr. Solomon,
Yeah.
you were part of people that seek for freedom and others for people of Niger Delta. Is that true?
Yes. Thank you very much for that. You are right. Actually, because of the sentiment of the government in Nigeria and some persons that are claiming what they are not, they tag this freedom agitation to a different names and level altogether. I will go straight to the point by making Nigerians and the public to know that there have never been anything like militancy in Niger Delta. Rather, it was for the emancipation of Niger Delta we fought for, and freedom to control our resources like every other international communities. Now, where it started First of all, it wasn't planned. It wasn't a planned something. I'm talking of 1998, 99, 2000, 2001, and 2002. It was not planned on, it wasn't an armed struggle. We were discussing, negotiating, and before they got the Niger Delta youth angry. As the chairman of the movement for the survival of his own ethnic nationality, I want to make a clear statement and a very, very key record. In Niger Delta, we were having only two forces. These two forces are Mossop, which is the Ogoni movement for one thing. Then we have the movement for the survival of his own ethnic nationality. They come together. After the killing of Sarowiwa in Bori camp in Port Harcourt, everybody became afraid. Even now that we are not using arms, just to negotiate, and they know that these things that we are agitating for are all real and truth, they still went ahead to do this man like this, which means one day they will come for us. As of that time, we have the people like TK Ogoriba as the chairman of Musen, the movement for the survival of his ethnic nationality. He has his vice. We have the first chairman, the first president of Ijaw Youth Council as a mobilization officer in that Musen. We have Asare Dokubo, one of the executives of Musen. We have a lot of them. The ones that are there and the ones that are passed on. As he's saying this, a lot of things came up in process of negotiation. Some persons were going to discuss their selfish interests. Some persons are going to discuss their community, or rather their fishing camp, instead of doing this thing the way it started. We now went ahead and said, okay, now as it stands like this, since some persons doesn't understand the dimension of this struggle and some other things, we now went ahead and formed what is called RYC. This RYC has to do with the youth wing, because we also have INC, which is the Elders Council. Then the RYC is the youth angle, Ijaw Youth Council. As of when we are forming that team, for the fact that Musen has been on the forefront, fighting for the survival of the Ijaw people, or Niger Delta per se, they picked the first president from Musen to make the first president of RYC. They picked it from Musen to make the first president of RYC, because these are the people that are fronting the struggle as of that time. Now, after creating this RYC, Obasanjo was having this interactive section every three months from all Niger Delta states. They will bring the youth, he will order the governors and some other persons to see how they can combine and bring the youth to him in Abuja to see how they can discuss with them. Fine, we did all those things, but he still not go well. So at the end of the day, we look at it, when the soldiers come, we look at them as if they are coming for negotiation, but at the end of the day, it becomes a killing. When they tell you to do this and you don't do, they maltreat you the way they like, and they begin to force you to do some kind of things to their own interests on behalf of the interests of the people. And when you refuse this, it becomes a brutalization. They begin to brutalize you to the extent that even if they see you, nobody will recognize you. They will remove 30 years from your age. Immediately they touch you. That one apart. We begin to think, how do we do this? We call our brethren and we make them to understand that for Nigerians to hear us more, for Nigerians to know our strength, for Nigerians to know that these people know what they are saying, we started with conventions. These conventions, we started from Central Zone. Begin to lecture our people, community to community, local government to local government, ward to ward, making them to understand that we have been marginalized and we have to fight for our rights because our forefathers couldn't do it. And they should not forget that this is the same agitation that led to the killing of Azik Boro, who made us to know that we have everything, we don't need anything from anybody. That is by the way. On the other way, and after visiting, we started from Arugbo. Arugbo is on those states. We started from Arugbo, Egbulebu, Egbema. Then we left Edo State and on those states. We came to Delta State. We went to Bomodi. We went to Brutu. We went to different communities. We came to Bayelsa State, where Azigboro was born, which is Olebri, where they saw the first oil. We went them to make them to understand that this oil is what is bringing problem now. And they must know that we are working together and we have to fight together. They joined. We left to Akwa Ibom State. We have more than 3 communities in Akwa Ibom State. In Eastern Ebono. After lecturing our brothers and sisters in Akwa Ibom State, we went to Cross River. And from there, everybody now key. Don't forget, whatever they call it, whether militancy, whether agitation, whether fighting for freedom and so on and so forth, that is not our problem. But the truth is that we are fighting for the survival of his own ethnic nationality in Niger Delta. That was the agenda. Now, it may interest you to know that all those while that we are doing all these things, we have not even begun to make our people know that this oil is everywhere inside our land. This gas is everywhere inside our land. Some people also have at the dry land, but our terrain accommodates this gold that everybody is fighting for more than any other persons. So based on this, we must make them to understand that we are suffering, and at the same time, their exploration, their drilling, and so on and so forth is causing damage in our area. We no longer live a good life. It started with negotiation.
So at what point will you say that things change?
First of all these wives that I've been talking, from all those 98, 99, 2000, it has been, it happened here. They are looking for the people. It happened in this other side. They are looking for the people. But it wasn't that serious like the issue of militancy or agitation or freedom or something else. Where the thing started well, fully, what brought the fear to the jaws that makes them to go mad more is when Mujahid Asari Dokubo was arrested, when he was invited for a meeting with former president Olusegun Obasanjo.
Who is Mujahid?
Mujahid is a Muslim and is a freedom fighter.
That's Asari Dokubo?
Yes, he's a freedom fighter because he's the only person that I can say is a freedom fighter. Because why? He refuses amnesty. That he's not he has never been a militant. And as I speak to you, the record is there. He has nothing in amnesty office. He has nothing to do with amnesty office. He does not go to amnesty office. And he does nothing contrary to amnesty office. Not that he did not support what amnesty is doing for the stipends for the boys' school and so on and so forth. But what he is saying is that that wasn't the agenda.
So now that's Asari Dokubo.
Yes.
It's now, issues started changing.
Yes.
And he said he was called
Yes.
to be, to
have a discussion with Mr. President, because that time
the then president,
Ijaw Youth Council. And you know, when he was the president of Ijaw Youth Council, the scenario changed. It's no longer an issue of Ijaws in particular. It became an issue of Niger Delta, which comprises different tribes: the Urhobos, the Shekiris, the Ijaws, the Okwanis, the Edos, and so on and so forth. You understand? So when he was arrested, everybody now felt that if they can hold this man, who am I? Maybe we just die. Maybe we not say they don't kill us.
So death means nothing to anybody.
The truth is that when you are pushed to the wall and you have nowhere to run to, when you talk, it's either they kill you or some people die with you, or you die with them. That is the truth. Because you have been marginalized to the extent that your forefathers are gone, I will take you to my place. It's a privilege for me to know you. I will take you to some part of our Niger Deltas, then you will see what is going on since that time till now. That is why you see our people, you look at our people as people that traveled much, because the area is not convincing. Everybody likes their village. Everybody likes to go to their community. But by the time you get to your community, there is no water, there is no light, there is no road, there is no way of transport. What will you do? You come back to the upland to fetch a little, then you go back to your creek to hide yourself a little.
Now Asari Dokubo was arrested.
Asari Dokubo was arrested. When Asari Dokubo was arrested, the agitation was coming from everywhere, every corner of Niger Delta, that he must be released. But meanwhile, you know the federal government, you know the way the government handle their things. Investigation was going on. This, that. Small time he was supposed to come to court, he did not. From all those places, people like late Park was shouting. Tompolo and other people were shouting. This man should be released. This is not the agenda. This is not how it's supposed to happen. We are negotiating. It's not up to this and it's not up to that. A lot of persons.
Before you go,
Yeah.
we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Who is Tompolo?
Anyway, Tompolo is, as I can say, is equally a leader. A leader in the sense that he does not compromise. If he has something to do with you, he will do with you. But if he doesn't have anything to do with you, he doesn't have anything to do with you. But the truth is that with his level, you can see how wide this thing is. From Arubo to Cross River, from Ondo State to Cross River State. This is where the just occupy in the riverine areas and some part of the land.
Now, Asari Dokubo has been arrested.
Yes.
An agitation for his release
Yes.
is on. Yes.
When the agitation for the release started, after some time, it was no longer funny. The threats began to come from all parts of the Niger Delta. The threat in the sense that they threatened to blow some pipeline. They threatened to send some white men back to their places. They threatened to, not just threaten, it happens. But at the end of the day, the elders also called to say everybody should remain calm, that they are working to see how it will come out. He spent a year and close to 8 to 9 months in detention before he was released.
I remember the day he was brought. He came into Abuja.
Yes.
Without much hair on his head.
Yeah.
Only little beard
Yeah.
on him. But before he left Abuja, he turned to
The hair is bushy and everything.
every part of him. And I guess he was doing exercise inside the cell, building himself much more than the way he came in.
No, actually, like the DSS, I've been there. Yes.
So you can tell of what
Yes.
is in there.
Yes, I've been there before. DSS is the only people that they treat your case according to their information. And they don't act based on information without facts. That is why you see people stay there longer. People stay there longer. In the morning like this, because they know that it's underground, whatever it is, it must be cold, it must be heat. Light does not go there. I don't know who have been there before. Light does not go there. You on the AC and you off the AC yourself. The toilet is neat. Everywhere is neat inside there. The most essential part of it is in the morning before you eat. They will come. I don't know if it's a doctor. I don't know if it's just an officer. I don't know, but they come with your drug, which is compulsory, like Panadol Extra, pain relief for cold, those kind of it, like vitamin. Because I remember when I got there, I refused eating. But after 2-3 days, nobody advised me. If they don't give you food like prison, their food, no matter how small it is decent. Can imagine where you are in prison in the morning, maybe they bring egg. No matter how small it is, it's fried egg. It's plantain. Even if 2 people are sharing 1 seed of plantain, it's plantain, for God's sake. It's breakfast. You are in prison. So you must know that you are in prison. For you to have fried egg and plantain, and then after that, like maybe after 10-15 minutes, they come with plates. They put the drugs, you will see it, maybe 1 capsule of vitamin, Panadol Extra. If you like, you take. If you like, don't take. That is nobody's business. But what they know is that everybody must be kept until you go to court or until you are released. So the issue of Pyramid being fit when he came out, as I know him right from time, because In his house, he does press up every morning before he was arrested. And he's not that kind of person that like relaxing too much. He's always on the move. I'm talking of that time. Not now that he's a Royal Majesty or a Royal Highness. That time he's always on the move. So that he's going to Calabar, he's going to Warri, he's going to inside the river, he's coming back. Asare was the first person that challenged bunkering. He was arresting people that was doing bunkering. He was arresting people that was doing bunkering in kilometer 45. He has a lot of enemy with the Jaws, trying to stop them for that. A lot of people have made money before this issue of agitation. People have been tapping, people have been doing things, people have been. But for us to achieve what we need from government, we have to stop that. That is where his problem starts, with our people, not even government.
He has been arrested.
Yes.
The issue is still on.
So
Agitation is still on.
the agitation was still on. So at the end of the, because it did not stay till, it's just a year and 9 months, a year and 8 months, similar like that.
Within the period where he was arrested and agitation was on,
Yeah.
what can you say happens within that period before he was released?
Before he was released, just like as I told you, there have been an agitation from our people, from all part of it. That is where I also mentioned Tompolo, I mentioned the shooter sides, the other persons that was agitating. This Ebiwari, Ebipolo himself was always on air. Late Pa Clark was always on air. People like General Kakas was always on air. Different persons was always on air. Why? The boys are warming up. Every time he's always on the telly, boys are dancing till today. Today na die. If we not release this man, if we not do like this, if we not do like this, some things are happening. Like all those leave our place, don't come and walk in our area, leave our area. All those agitation, driving of white men, trying to see how they will not come, trying to see how problem must happen for international community to intervene, and all that.
Within that period,
Yes.
I can remember one vividly. My boss, Sam Amuka, and other staff of Vanguard had events related to security matters in Port Harcourt.
Yeah.
And suddenly, a pipeline was blown up.
It was the process of reconciliation. That was the process of reconciliation. That process of reconciliation, some persons did not buy the idea of the reconciliation. So they never wanted that reconciliation to go on. So they got angry and did something stupid to make sure that reconciliation did not go on. But meanwhile, as God may have it, the situation was handled. As of that time, the situation was handled.
Okay, I will come back to you.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
We are on Asare Dokubo in the Kula, let me use that word, arrested and is passing through 1 year plus. Sir, what can you say within that period? You remember things about that period?
Yes, the period in question was, according to what my chairman said, the period in question was too much of pressure. The multinational companies are not helping matters. So they were doing all sort of things, and the community you are operating on, they can't go and do the community well and all sort of things. Like example, in Bonny Island, the LNG, they want to lift first shipment of gas from Nigeria. The community said no. They went to go and block the ship. Obasanjo have to come from London straight to Port Harcourt, straight to Bonny, to come and plead with the communities for them not to stop the commission of natural gas in Bonny Island. Those days I can remember. Before they had to sign MOU with Bonny Kingdom and all those stakeholders. They will do this, they will do that before the thing could be. They are not even helping us. They are our problems too.
international community.
Yes, international communities. They are the problem of the. They are part of the problem because they are more. They have the. They will come in and do whatever they like with the combination of the government and they go. So that is the issue we are facing.
Okay, I cannot let go without finding out from you what is said. Is there any differences from what really happened?
No, there is no difference. There is no difference. What my chairman said is just the exact truth. Where consultations were on, conventions were on. You know, we have a lot of leaders in our Niger Delta, but we recognize the big five,
Which are
which is Tompulo, Asare, Ateke, Boiluf, and General Young Shagro. These are the big five. And everybody plays a vital role in the struggle. So as I just said, what my chairman said was just the truth. Because everything has to play in different dimensions.
it's all right. I want to assure that I will make sure that we cover all the parts for the first time because I'm just meeting them for the first time after how many years of the struggle fighting for the people of Niger Delta and others. But I want to assure you that I will continue from this point.
Yes.
I don't want to take you too much so that you can recollect details of what really happened. We are going to end today on the point that Asari Dokubo was arrested, what happens after him, after his arrest, the arrest, and how we'll come back to how, who, where, and others that related to how Asari Dokubo came out from the cell. And if I have opportunity of seeing those big five, you will hear things from them. If I have opportunity of meeting Chief Asari Dokubo, I Chief right now,
Yes.
huh?
His Royal Majesty.
His Royal Majesty, I will want to hear things from him and for him to tell me about what really happened in the cell. And like I said earlier, to be with it, I will one day want to bring him up and let him tell me details about the photograph I snapped. The photograph I snapped at the Federal High Court, which was published in almost all the international media, including local papers,
Yes.
where he was struggling with his court official, the prison officials and others. Well, thank you for listening to this. I want to know your comments and your feelings about what my people just said, especially for those of you in the Niger Delta region. Can you let me know if they are telling the truth or not? To others, what is your feelings about what they said? Make your comments and let me know where you are watching from. Like I said, my name is Gbemiga Olamikan. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our other social media outfits. One word before we go.
Yes.
What will you tell Nigerians as regard to what you've just said?
The Nigerians, they knew already, but we must say something. What I have to tell Nigerians is that the fight is not over yet until we get exactly what we want.
Yes, what you want, we'll get to know.
Yeah.
I will keep that for another day.
Yeah.
What you want.
Yeah.
What will you say to Nigerians and to your brothers out there?
My brothers out there is to keep the fire on, the lights on, the gas on, so that we'll get there and we'll get what we want.
And
Let the people and the government do the right thing to the Niger Delta people. They are still suffering.
well, till I come your way again, I'm Gbemiga Olamikan. Wait for others and you get to know details more